What's going on, guys? New York Sports Harbor here, and I'm back at it with another NFC East prediction video. So today in this video, I'm going to be predicting the Dallas Cowboys 2020-2021 NFL season. There's no bias in this. I'm just going to go with my think and who I think is going to win and who I think is going to lose. I'm going to be doing the Redskins video right after this, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So let's do the Cowboys. So week 1, they play in Los Angeles against the Rams. I think these two teams are pretty even. I think these both teams will finish with the same record. But I'm going to have the Rams pulling this one because of home field advantage. Los Angeles is a tough place to play. I think the Cowboys lose the first game on the West Coast and start off their season 0-1. And then week 2 of the year, they play Atlanta. And the Cowboys always seem to win their home opener. I can't see the Cowboys losing this one to Atlanta. Atlanta's not a great team. The Cowboys should win this one. And their record evens up at 1-1. And then they go to Seattle. It's going to be a loss. Not really much to say here. I mean, not many teams are going to be beating the Seahawks, especially this week division. Not many teams are going to be beating the Seahawks on the road, if not any team. So I just think the Seahawks are too good for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys lose it. They go down to 1-2. And then they play a home game against the Browns. This is a very, very tough game to pick. I could definitely see Cleveland winning this game. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I think these two teams are very even. They both have a great offense. I like the Cowboys, both and the Browns receiving core. The Cowboys have a really good receiving core with Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. The Browns have Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry. They've also got Nick Chubb on the running side of the ball. The Cowboys have Ezekiel Elliott. It's going to be a very, very high-powered offensive game, but I think the Cowboys win it in a shootout, and both teams will score over 30 points, but I think the Cowboys win it. Going to be a good game, but the Cowboys win it, and the record evens up at 2-2. And then they play a home game against the Giants. It's going to be a win. Going to be an easy win. I just can't really see the Giants winning in Dallas until they show improvements that they can actually beat this team. The Cowboys are going to win this game pretty easily, in my opinion. It's going to go. The record's going to go up to 3-2. Then Arizona. You know what? I'm going with an upset here. I'm going to go with the Cardinals to win this game. The Cowboys kind of lost some. The Cowboys lost a lot of upsets at home last year. I think they lost to the Bills, and I think they might have lost to the Bears or something like that. But I'm going to go with the Cardinals to win this game. I think Arizona is going to be a very solid team on the road this year. I think they're going to be an underdog in the league, and this is a game where they prove they win in Dallas. Kyler Murray proves himself he can really be a good quarterback in this league. The Cardinals win this game, and I'm going to go with the homer pick here. I'm going to have the Cardinals winning it, and then they go to Washington, and it's going to be a win. Not really much to say here. The Cowboys are just an all-around better team than the Redskins. And I see the Redskins getting swept by the division, so I think the Cowboys win this game here. And now their record would be 4-3. And then they go to Philly. And once again, in my Eagles video, I had the Eagles winning this game, so I obviously have the Cowboys losing. So the record evens up at 4-4. And then they play a home game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if this game was in Pittsburgh, I'd definitely go with the Steelers to win it, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win it, just because it's at home. I think they go into the bye with a 5-4 record. I think, once again, these two teams are very even. The Steelers have a very good defense, but the Cowboys, I think, offense will just barely pull this one out. Going to be a very close game, but I think the Cowboys pull it out. Their record goes up to 5-4. And then they go to Minnesota to play the Minnesota Vikings. They're the only team. I don't think that any other team in the NFC East plays the Vikings, and the Cowboys do. And I'm going to have them losing this one. Minnesota, once again, is a very, very tough place to play. And Minnesota and Dallas, I think they're pretty even. I think Minnesota might have a disappointing season this year, but I'm going to have the Vikings winning it and going up to 5-5. And then they play Washington. It's going to be a win. Not really much to say here. It's going to be another win. And the record was up to 6-5. The Redskins are getting swept by the division, so I have the Cowboys winning it. And then they go to Baltimore. It's going to be a loss. Their record goes up down to 6-6. And Baltimore, once again, they're just too good. I think I can maybe even see the Baltimore having an undefeated season. That's a homer pick, but I can even see the Ravens doing that. The Ravens are going to win. Not much teams are going to be beating them this year, so they go down to 6-6. And then they play Cincinnati. Once again, it's in Cincinnati, but the Cowboys are going to win this game. I think the Bengals could definitely pull off an upset, but I'm going to have the Cowboys winning it, and the record moves up to 7-6. And then they play a home game against the San Francisco 49ers. It is at home, but I'm going to have the 49ers winning it. It's a tough game for the Cowboys. The Niners are just, I think, too good for the Dallas Cowboys. I just can't see them winning it here. And, I just can't really see it happening. The Niners are going to win this game, and now they're 7-7. And then they play a home game against the Eagles. I think they go up to 8-7. This is a huge game for the Cowboys. I have the Eagles winning this game. And, tying up the division 8-7. And then, this is a chance for the Giants here. It's at home. Against the New York Giants. The Cowboys played the Giants Week 17 last year and had an unbelievable win. They had a 36-35 win. Blake Jarwin killed us in that game. And sadly, I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win it. The Giants are never a good Week 17 team, I feel. I feel like they always lose a heartbreaker on Week 17. I feel like it's going to be a heartbreaker for the Giants. Cowboys win this game, and they tie up the division at 9-7. Now, you could definitely be saying, why do you think the Eagles and Cowboys are the same record? Don't you think the Eagles will be better? Well, the Cowboys, I think drafting CeeDee Lamb was just a huge key to that offense, to getting that extra win. I think their schedule, and it comes down to the Giants, and I think the Giants are the reason why the division is tied. I just think the Cowboys are not as bad as they seem. I think they've got a really solid receiving core, and I think they tie with the Eagles for the division, and they both go 9-7. Who will win that game, I don't know. I think I'd probably go with the Eagles to win it, because the Eagles are just, I feel like, always a really clutch team, especially at the end of the year. So I have the Eagles and Cowboys tying for the division, but if they were to play a playoff game against each other, I'd have the Eagles winning it. So that's going to do it for this one. Another video while I'm predicting the NFC East. Going to have the Redskins video right after this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.